Lots of interest in making that fat house line in layout. So let's get started. I've got a double line here already at the back of the house, and don't worry about the back of the house. We're not really using that in this project. This is from a different version of this lot that shows the entire property. Let's do it this way. There's the entire property. And this is what we're going to really be working on, is just from here, the driveway, edge of the driveway. Well, I'll show you. That's what we're going to be working with on our page. That's all. So here's our page. Here's the page border. That's what's going to show at 1 inch equals 8 feet. So we're going to do the wide house border right now. So I've done some things in the back here because this is for a bigger purpose, but I'll demonstrate it here now. So I'm going to offset. Well, I have a group. Got to go inside the group, and we'll use these now. So I'm going to select these lines that I want to offset. And I don't want that. I'll start over. Let's get this one this way. Okay, use the window to get that one because it seems to be tied up in another group or something like that, and I'm not exactly sure what. I'm not going to take the time now. Offset is this one here. Offset selected edges in a plane. So I'm going to touch. Well, it already knows I've selected these, so I just kind of touch the screen someplace and drag in, or I drag out. Now we already know that the line we have there is the outside measurements of the house. I'm looking for the center line of the wall. And normal walls on houses, residential, are anywhere from 8 inches to 12 inches thick. I'm going to make this one 10 inches, so I'm going to type in 5, enter, and I have 5 inches. I might have done it 6 inches at the back here. Not going to worry about that right now. I can do it again too and say I'm going to go in and do another line inside that, which would be at 10 inches, so that I have now a center line of the wall and an inside line and an outside line should I want to use it. Don't need it, so I'm going to undo and take it off. We'll just use this as the center line of the wall when we get to layout. So next step is to, get outside the group, click, and I'm going to save my file. Save my file. I'm going to go to Layout, File, Insert. I'll find my model image, which is tags, model entire lot, this one. There we are. I'm going to set the scale. 1 inch equals 8 feet. I will have to enlarge this. We'll take it past the edge of the property just so we have some extra for the time being. We can always change it. You know what I forgot to do is get rid of the faces. I need my property line here. And let's put it into wireframe mode. So back to SketchUp. We're going to go here, face style, wireframe. I'm going to update my scene. It's a new style. Somebody asked about that the other day. It's a new style. That's perfectly fine because when we change the face style, we change the style. So we're going to save it as a new style, update the scene. Yes. I'm going to save it. I'm going to go back to layout, and I use toggle here to go back and forth. It's alternate tab, toggles back and forth. Right click on my model image, update model reference, and I'm using the plan view scene. Now, I may have moved it around a bit. So simple thing is, we're just going to move it on here again. I should be more consistent, and I'm not always. Okay, you notice that the property line continues on to the next lot here, and the same thing at the other side of the building over there. We're going to make this a little bit shorter than the page. It's shorter than the page here. We're going to make this one shorter than the title block. Come up to here. And the top of the page. Whoa, where'd it go? Look at that. We're going to make it shorter than the page. Our drawing lines should never touch the page edge. All right, I'm just going to show you this part now here. I do already have a property line here which I've manufactured in SketchUp. We're not talking about that specifically right now, but it's easy enough for us here to go to our lines. Select our dashes as dot dot dash. I'll make it 2 point to make it large. I want to access that there, so I'm going to right click out here and do object snap. Yes, escape gets rid of this box here. So I'm going to snap to there and snap to there, snap on there and up to, that's my property line. There is no line here. That doesn't exist. More importantly, we want to get a solid line here. We're going to make it a width maybe around 8 and enter. We can type much wider widths in there if we want to. And we're doing line. So it's 8 points wide, it's solid, it doesn't have any arrows. Okay, let's go down here and see what we can do. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to grab this end point here. It's almost too wide. So let's go back here and change that to a 7. Enter. Down to here. Snaps to there. Guess it doesn't like endpoints, it only likes intersections. Snap to there. And we'll go to there. Okay. So what I've done is I've created a solid flat black line. This edge of the black line is at the original dimensions, and the inside, if we just move this around a bit, the inside is the inside wall of the building, and where this is attached to is the center line, because its center line is attached to the center line of the house wall that we built with SketchUp. Now I want to add a window. I'm going to go back here, start a line, change the color to white. I'm going to change this to 4, just because. I'm going to put the front doorway in. Now this is not measured. If I had measured the edge of the doorway, I would put a line across here in SketchUp and I would be able to address that line right now. But I don't have that. So I'm just drawing a white line, and it is on that same center line. Let's say it's a window and I want that to be narrower. I'll make that 2. And I'll leave a little space for part of that. Oh, it didn't work there, did it? I want that to be 2 points. So I now have a little bit of a narrower line. Okay, that's how that's done.